That down, guys. Let's move on to this, shall we? Of course, they are now already shooting and in production of the new HBO Max series, Harry Potter. For those of you who may not know, and I'm sure most of you do, they are basically taking every book in the Harry Potter series and making it not an individual movie like they did before, but making every single book a full season, which of course means the advantage that they're going to be able to go into a lot of stuff that are in the books that never made it into the original movies. And I got to say, while I am not a Potterhead myself, I have loved just about every piece of news that has come out about this.
Yeah.
Ever since the first time when they announced who the showrunners and the producers were going to be, we're like, oh my God, like they got the best of the best to be in there. And then incredible casts that they've been bringing on. Then we saw our first kind of footage yesterday where we see Nick Frost as Hagrid with little Harry, and I thought that looked great. Well, at least as far as visually looking great, today we get something new. We got the announcement of the cast of Ron's family, the Weasleys, the Weasley siblings. This comes from Deadline saying HBO's Harry Potter series casts more Weasley children. And I just got to say, I don't know if they suck. I don't know if they're going to be terrible in it. I have no idea. I'm just saying it looks great because this looks like they all look related.
Yeah, they really do.
Obviously the twins are actual brothers, but everybody in this picture looks like they actually come from the same family. This is what Deadline wrote. The latest characters to be cast in the upcoming HBO Harry Potter are most of the rest of the Weasley children. The group of mischief makers will be played by Tristan Harland as Fred Weasley, Gabriel Harland, the two twins, as George Weasley, Ruari Spooner as Percy Weasley, and Gracie Cochran as Ginny Weasley, who I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, she goes on to become Mrs. Harry Potter later on. Her and Harry end up getting married, I believe. At any rate, again, I don't know any of these kids. I don't know any of them. The one kid, the one who's playing Percy, looks like he could be Timothée Chalamet's slightly less attractive younger brother. But this...
Jim Chalamet.
What's that?
Jim Chalamet.
Jim Chalamet. Jim Chalamet, the lesser known of the Chalamets. I just got reprimanded in the live chat for spoiling that Ginny goes on to marry Harry.
They're only in books and movies.
It's only been in books and movies for 30 years. Don't worry about it. But I got to tell you, they so nailed it because, like I said initially, they all actually look related.
Yeah.
They look great. I was telling, I think it was when we were on commercial, I said, this little girl who's playing Ginny looks just adorable. Look at that smile. And then you got the kid who we've already known is playing Ron, and he just looks like he is the troublemaker of the family. I think now let's look at this compared to what the movie version of them look like. I think Jonathan's got a picture of that.
So there's that. So that's Percy right there.
Yeah.
You can see him in that picture.
Yeah, on the far right.
Yeah.
So you got them all there. And by the way, I don't know if you guys have ever noticed the house on the corner when you turn off the one street to come up, they have, I don't think it's on purpose, but they totally have the Weasley's car in their driveway.
I'm going to check it on the way out.
Next time you go, take a peek, because it's like, it's been there for you. It's like, that's the Weasley car. Anyway, I just think, that's a great picture of the original cast of them. And now let's go back to the new one here. Yeah, I just think it looks like, now again, we are only commenting on how it visually looks, right? These kids may be terrible performers, might be terrible scripts, show might be terrible, all that kind of stuff. I'm not denouncing any of that. I'm just saying this looks great. Anyway, Rob, you had a chance to see these images and the new kids they've cast. Where are you at on
Well,
that?
they say that 90% of directing is casting. Well, they did so they talked about how long they looked and how far and wide they looked for the cast for the kids. I would imagine I would assume it's going to be one of the best cast shows of all time because they really they knew what was interesting. They knew the show. They're going to keep this show on. They're going to pay for the whole thing so they can make sure all the books are adapted. So they took the time and they did it right. I mean, I look at this picture and they even look better than that. This picture, I mean, look at the joy there. You can't not look at that picture and go, wow. That I mean, that alone, that thought. And if they're putting that thought into the casting and they're going to be putting this much thought, I mean, the same thing, Nick Frost as Hagrid. You see the picture we showed the other day?
That was inspired. I love
mean,
that casting.
You just look at that and you're like, that is exactly, this show's got to be firing on all cylinders. We already know the production staff behind it, the writing staff. I mean, this show's going to be, I dare say, John, it would not surprise me if this show far eclipses the movies.
That's a big thing to say.
I know.
Because like the movies have become immortal. I mean, they have literally spawned generations of fans and stuff like that.
I know. I just think something tells me, see, I'm going to be honest. When I saw the first Harry Potter movie, I felt that it was too slavishly devoted to recreating the book. Chris Columbus did a good, I mean, everything was beautiful and it was all, but I felt that the storytelling was too constrained by its slavish devotion to the book itself. So I felt it was a little flat. So I'm really curious to see. I only felt that really about the first film. I didn't feel that about. And when you get to Cuarón's Prisoner of Azkaban, I was like, wow, this is really dope. But I'm really curious to see what this is going to be like.
Well, I mean, to your point, I mean, they have an advantage over the movies. They can tell all the details of the books. They have a lot more room to wiggle. They have a lot more time to really flesh things out and get into things that the movies never had a chance. I mean, that could go badly, but it is an advantage that they have that they could. So again, and I never bet against HBO.
No.
It's not like they bat 1,000, but they have a higher batting average than anybody
You don't
else.
bet against HBO and you don't bet against Jimmy C.
That's true. All they need now is to have James Cameron produce this thing, and then they'll be set. They'll be gold. Guys, we want to take a second to thank the sponsor of today's video, PrizePicks. What a great time to be a sports fan. Basketball playoffs are on. Hockey playoffs are on. It is the perfect time to jump into the action with PrizePicks, the easiest and most fun way to turn your sports knowledge into real winnings. PrizePicks is daily fantasy made really simple. Just pick more or less on a few player projections, like points, assists, goals, and you can win up to 2,000 times your money. For example, this week I've got Jalen Brunson for more than 24.5 points, or Jason Tatum for more than 6.5 rebounds. I love how fast and easy it is to lock in a lineup in just under a minute. Plus, they've got a couple of weekly features, like for example, Flex Friday. If your lineup doesn't win, you get your net losses back in promo funds. And every Tuesday, check out Taco Tuesday for discounted player projections up to 25% off. So download the app today and use the code Campea to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code Campea to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. Run your game. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think? We got the Weasley clan now. I think they look great. Will it turn out to be great? Who knows? But I think they look like a wonderful family. Anyway, guys, whatever you think about this, jump down into the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.